Love in action. On the previous track, we talked about how you create the conditions you want in life and the happiness that comes with that satisfaction, and began practicing a meditation designed to do that. This is useful, and it's probably what your ego wants to learn about most, but it is not the only form of happiness that matters to you. Our prayers for others are essential to our own happiness. Whenever Spirit is moving through us, it feels really good. It is impossible to not be happy while Spirit is working through you. Sometimes it may be a rush of energy that overcomes you, but usually it is more subtle. Even in subtlety, it always feels really good to experience our oneness with Spirit. Your prayers for others make a difference, both for the part of you that is hearing this right now, and for all the parts of you that you can reach out to as a result of making the choice to let Spirit heal the world through you. Some years ago, I was listening to Nikki Harris sing "Someone Needs a Prayer" at a performance of the Agape Choir. As I listened, I was transported back to a time years earlier when I had just returned from Bali and needed to stay with others until I could get a job in place of my own. For a couple of months, I found myself staying in a household with many children, including 2 from other families who were in an informal daycare arrangement. One of those children was a 5-year-old boy I'll call Sam, who had some developmental delays, so was slow to learn and rather disobedient. The caretakers didn't know how to take care of such a child, so the result was what I, as a trained therapist, could easily identify as emotional abuse. I tried as best I could to bring this to the attention of his caretakers and encouraged them to be more gentle and understanding, but it was to no avail. I then tried intervening whenever I saw abuse going on, defending him and comforting him quite openly. This only led to arguments and did not change their behavior. One morning I woke up to hear someone yelling at the child, whose mother had obviously just dropped him off minutes earlier. It was the last straw for me. I broke down crying, sobbing really, and prayed to God. Why is this happening? Why can't I help? I can't bear to watch this anymore, but I don't know what to do. Please help me. If I can't take him out of the darkness, please, God, let me at least be a light for him in the darkness. Can't I at least be that? Please, 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 God, let me be a light for him in this darkness. A few days later, I came upon the children playing in the living room and was struck by an impulse to take little Sam for a walk. I asked his caretaker if it would be all right, then argued until I finally got permission to take Sam out of the house. Sam sprung up with joy at the idea that he was going somewhere. He grabbed the little money he had, and off we went. Out on the street, I didn't really know where to take him. I felt to turn right out of the yard, so we did. Then, when we got to the first intersection, I decided to ask Sam where to go next, left, right, or forward. He was nervous at first, not understanding someone asking him what he wanted and being willing to follow his direction. But after I made it clear we weren't going anywhere until he chose, he picked forward. At the next block, I again asked him which way to go. Block by block, we took our walk. Finally, he spotted a corner store, and it quickly became clear he now had a destination. So we went to the store, and he used his change to buy treats out of the quarter candy machines. Returning from the store, as we got closer and closer to the house, I had this nagging feeling of inadequacy. I kept feeling like it wasn't enough. Sam had had fun, but there wasn't a shift. I wanted the shift. So I gave it another try. I offered to trade songs with him. I expected him to not be willing to sing, but wanted to use the trade as an excuse for him to listen to me sing a song I had often sang to the delight of my nieces and nephews. He agreed to the song swap, and I sang him Happy Talk from South Pacific. When I was done, I said, "Okay, now it's your turn. Are you ready to sing for me?" He nodded yes, and then he sang. And this is how he began. Carry a light into the darkness. Carry a light. Carry a light. It was as if I had been hit with a bolt of friendly lightning. I was electrified with God's love and truly speechless. As he sang it, over and over, I heard the voice of God speaking to me. God was saying, "I have heard your prayers, and I answer them. I always hear, and I always answer. I am in this situation." There are prayers of thoughts, such as the meditation we will share together in a minute. There are prayers of words, like the one I said for little Sam, and their prayers of deeds, whichever kind you decide to offer. Someone needs your prayers today. May you find them. Now for our meditation practice. Tonglen is a traditional Buddhist meditation practice for developing compassion. The following is the form of Tonglen I practice. Please be sure to pause the recording whenever you need to so that you can fully do the visualizations before moving on. Sit with your back supported in an upright position. As you breathe in, imagine that white light is flowing in with your breath, filling and permeating every corner of your being. As you breathe out, imagine that all that is conflicted, sorrowful, guilt-ridden, or heavy within you is released into the air around you, where it is instantly converted into pure light. With each breath, watch yourself grow more and more radiant as you become free of suffering and full of light. Do this until you feel like you are holding all the light you can comfortably contain. Now begin to think about someone you love, perhaps your mother. See her clearly in your mind. Imagine that you can see both her joys, represented by clarity around her, and her worries, shames, and sorrows, represented by murky clouds around her. As you breathe in, imagine that some of the cloudy matter was being drawn off her and flowing into you with each breath. As it enters your energy body, it becomes pure light, and you shine even more brightly. Then, as you breathe out, send some of your pure bright light out to her so that she also begins to shine more brightly. Breathe in again, and draw more of the clouds off her and into you. Breathe out again, and send her more of your increasingly brilliant light. Do this until she is completely clear of clouds and is shining brightly. You should feel full of energy and mentally peaceful when you are done. Now repeat the process with someone you feel neutral about, perhaps a clerk you see sometimes at the local store. Then do the process a fourth time with someone you dislike. Each round should take just a few minutes, so if you can sit for 15 to 20 minutes, you can easily cover the various levels of intimacy you have with others. If you can't concentrate for that long, just do the exercise with yourself and someone you love for now, and build up to the complete process over time. There should be no grasping or trying to create a particular effect in anyone. Spend a few minutes offering your compassion to those dear and not so dear with complete equanimity.